Human resource development will happen. When development is there, productivity will increase. The person who is getting promotion, he is a person who is actually giving a result. Initially, it is all about the experience which counts, right? After getting experience, it's only that how much you are working. And again, why is that they want you people to go for it is you are capable of handling the situation. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now we will go with the next session, and this is the last session in this chapter. Last session we actually went with the performance appraisal. Now we'll understand that what are the advantages of performance appraisal. The first one here, when we go with the advantages, firstly, it is said that performance appraisal is an investment. I told you before in that session that is, we are supposed to actually invest on human resource management. When we go with human resource management, what really happens after the investment is we actually are developing our human resources as well as we are planning for our human resources. When we go with these concepts and the employees in the organization, they are happy, and we start to recognize who are the people who are doing really good for the company, who are the people who are actually understanding the organizational process. Then what really happens is we need to encourage them, we need to motivate them, we need to actually give them some incentives kind, so that what happens is they'll also have a kind of feeling towards the organization that they are supposed to work for the betterment of the organization. So here, when we understand this gap which is there, that is, should I work or I shouldn't work, that will be completely filled, and they'll always have an equation that is, the more I work, the more they're gonna pay me. That is where the performance appraisal will be an advantage to the entire organization and the employees who are working in the organization as well. That is, both the individual as well as the organization will get benefited because of performance appraisal. And the performance appraisal here, you are supposed to see that it should not be biased, it should be unbiased, and then you are supposed to follow the performance appraisal, and that is how you people need to go with it. The first one we'll get here, that is promotion. Now here, when we understand that, that is the investment which I am telling you, that the company which will be justified by the following advantages. As I told you, the promotion is the first one. Second is compensation. Now anybody who did not get the promotion, they are supposed to be at least getting the compensation. Then employees development, that is what I am telling about. That is, whenever we go for any performance appraisal, you are supposed to first plan for it, and then what happens is human resource development will happen. When development is there, productivity will increase. The organization will actually see the productivity, creativity, innovation, and all other activities which will happen, which will favor the organization at large. Then selection, validation, communication. The more you go with performance appraisal, you will have a team spirit. Your subordinates, the superior, will have a very good cordial relationship between each other. They'll have a communication, and there is no communication barrier to the performance appraisal, because when we go for a nice gesture, definitely communication will enhance the coordination as well as the results are visible in the organization. And the last one is all about the motivation. So these are the advantages of performance appraisal. The first one is promotion, second is compensation. Anybody whoever has not got the promotion, they are supposed to get the compensation. Then we have employees development, then we have selection, validation, and lastly we have those two, that is communication and motivation. We'll go one by one, we'll understand what exactly these things are. The first one here is promotion. Now try to understand, don't get confused with marketing promotion and human resource management promotion. Now performance appraisal helps the supervisor to chalk out the promotion programs for effective employees. In this regards, inefficient workers can be dismissed or demoted in case. Now please try to understand, when we go for a promotion here, Now promotion is always the vertical hierarchy, right? Say supposingly a person is here, and whenever he is getting promotion, he goes to the next level and the next level and the next level. Now here what happens, you should always have a graph which is to go to the from bottom to the top. Now when you go for these kind of gestures of being a person who can actually give a clear picture about each and every individual, we'll get to know that who are the people who are going for a promotion and who are the people who are not going for promotion. Now what is the difference between those two? The person who is getting promotion, he is a person who is actually giving a result and he is maintaining his targets. And one more thing is the person who is not getting promotion, now they are the people who are not working for the organization at large. Now that doesn't mean they're not even working. They are working, but not to that extent. Now you can actually have a clear picture that whether you are supposed to dismiss those people or you are supposed to demote it in any of the cases. Now that is how it is. Now example, this person is here. Now after 2 years, we have given him the promotion. Now he is here. Here, if he isn't working, what happens is you are supposed to get a clear picture and again he'll come back demoted. Now, if he is having the consistency, he'll actually move to the next level also. Here also, you are supposed to check whether he is doing it or not. That is how a regular checkup is done. That is the reason here, students. It is not like you should not be like one day sultan, right? You should actually start performing every year. When you go for every year, performance should enhance, and that is how the supervisor will get down each and everything, that is whether you are doing good or you are not doing good at all. Second is compensation. When you go with performance appraisal, the thing is it helps in again chalking out compensation packages for employees. Now when we go with the packages, please understand merit rating is possible through performance appraisal. The first one is whether you are doing good or bad, you will get to know about it. Performance appraisal tries to give worth to the performances. Now if you are doing something to the organization, it is the organization who will take care of you. That is how the compensation packages will be rewarded to you. Compensation packages which includes bonus, high salary rates, extra benefits, allowance and prerequisites are dependent on performance appraisal. The criteria should be merit rather than seniority. Right? Now here it is not about whether the person is senior or junior. It's all about who is working for the organization more. And here, please understand, when we talk about the human resource management here, we always go with the MNC company or a corporate culture or any business firms where more human resources are there. Now try to understand here. The simple concept here is every year you are supposed to maintain your work efficiency. You're not supposed to bring it down, or else if you bring it down, it will be demoted or dismissed. The next one is if you're not getting promotion every year, right? At least you should get something called compensation, where you should get a bonus, you should get a high salary rate, you should go with extra benefits, allowances and prerequisites. Now all these things are dependent on what? Performance appraisal. So that's the reason you should actually have a very good software of performance appraisal. That is, each and every individual should be chalked down that what is he doing, what is he not doing, everything he should actually get to know about it. And then this criteria of performance appraisal is not based on the seniority. It is always based on the merit, that is how much you are working and how much you are getting. So these are the things which you are supposed to understand. That's the reason I'll tell you here, students, whenever you join any of the company, the HR policy will be there. You are supposed to check that what are the HR policy, how exactly you can grow, and what exactly is the career plan for you people. And after that, if we go with it, the next one, we have a very beautiful advantage, that is employees development. See, any employee or any fresher who joins a company, he should always understand that initially it is all about the experience which counts, right? After getting experience, it's only that how much you are working. and how much you are being developed in that organization. So the systematic procedure of performance appraisal helps the supervisor to frame training policy and programs. It helps to analyze the strength and the weaknesses of the employee so that the new jobs can be designed for efficient employees. It also helps in framing future development programs. Now, these are the things which you are supposed to understand whenever the organization go for the chalking down of the employees' individual attention. Now, here what happens is they'll frame a proper design for you. They're gonna give a design for you, that is what are the new jobs which you people can actually take up and you can give it to the organization. Now here what happens is the efficient employees will be getting some other job or other profile where they are supposed to handle. And now why is that the employer or the top management have felt about it? Because you are efficient. When you are efficient, definitely that is the organization now they want to optimally use you, as well as they want to actually give you more advice, more training sessions, more development conferences. The reason is they want you to actually go for it. And again, why is that they want you people to go for it? Is you are capable of handling the situation because you have been trained for it, or you have the capacity to actually take a step forward. That is why the employment development should happen in all the organizations. So you should actually get prepared for each and every process or the program which is conducted by the organization, that is the top management or the employer of the firm. Selection validation. Now, performance appraisal helps the supervisor to understand the validity and importance. See, the first one is he'll understand the validity and the importance of selection procedure. The supervisor comes to know the validity and thereby the strength and weakness of selection procedure. Future changes in selection method can be made in this regard. Now here, whenever we go for any job interview, what really happens is the people who are in the interview panel, they'll actually get to know the strength and weakness of the candidate. According to the strength and weakness only the selection procedure happens. Now everybody always want to go for a long-term relationship, that is the employer and the employee relation should be in a long range. When we go for a long term, what really happens is you have to see the validity of the person. That's the reason whenever the interview round starts, there will be one question saying that after 5 years where you want to be or where you imagine yourself to be. The reason is they just want to know the clarity about after 5 years will you jump somewhere or will you be in the same. Now usually many people say that no sir, I really want to stay here. Now that means what? The validity is being checked in the selection process itself, that the company or the employee, they have a very good bond between. But here life is uncertain, business is uncertain, so has the HR policies are also uncertain. It always changes according to the top level management. Now there are people who really wants to be in a company, but they can't be in a company because they don't perform. So you are supposed to perform, plus you are supposed to stay, and plus you are supposed to show your talent every year or every month which the organization wants. The next one is communication. Now here when we go for communication, you need to understand there are certain criteria here for an organization. Effective communication between employees and employers is very important. Through performance appraisal, communication can be sought for the following ways. I have listed 4 points here. The first one here is through performance appraisal, the employers can understand and accept skills of subordinates. So they'll get to know what the subordinates are capable of. And the second one here is the subordinate can also understand and create a trust and confidence in superiors. Now here the superiors can actually be good with the subordinates. Now the subordinates also can be good with the superiors. It also helps in maintaining cordial and congenial labor management relationships. That means what? That is the employee and the employers relationship. It develops the spirit of work and boosts the morale of the employees. Now here what Henry Fayol also says, right? That is, if you have a very good communication and you can actually manage each and everything. When you manage each and everything, what really happens is you are supposed to have a common kind of a sense, that is E-spirit decorps. Now E-spirit decorps means you work in united so that your morale will always increase. That is what Henry Fayol said in his 14th principle, that is called general principles. And all the above factors ensure effective communication. That is, all these will actually form a effective communication where a superior will get to know the strength and weakness of subordinate. The subordinate will get to know that what the real thing the superior wants to actually convey, so that it is for us to grow. And thirdly, there is a very good relationship between the employer and the employee. And lastly, when we go for it, when you work together, that is the superior and the subordinate, it will always boost the morale of the employees and actually give a spirit of work. And lastly, we have is motivation. Now, how is that motivation be a part of an advantage of performance appraisal? Now, performance appraisals serves as a motivational tool. The more you are actually getting money, promotion, all those things, now you are getting motivated and you will work for the organization. Through evaluating performance of employees, a person's efficiency can be determined if the targets are achieved. This very well motivates a person for better job and helps him to improve his performance in the future. So here what happens is we will get a motivational factor that the organization is understanding us, able to trust us, able to give us more responsibility because they feel that we are capable of. So what happens is inside we'll get motivated. But getting the motivation from inside and not being converted into monetary, now you will not get motivation. So the organization should also increase your salary, increase your position, give you more authority and responsibility. Now what happens is from inside and outside both you got motivated. Now your performance appraisal will be successfully calculated and you will be getting those things which you have not got it before. So then what happens, seeing you, the other employees will also start working because even they'll try to follow your footprints, and that is how the organization will grow. See, the best part here when it comes to motivation is performance appraisal itself is acting like a tool for motivation. So any doubt regarding this, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.